truly an honor to be with you today. What a great crowd we have with us today on a very historic day for not only Marshall County, but for the great state of Alabama. Today we're going to embark on a campaign that I know that we all believe in and that we're very excited about. And so to get things started, first of all, let's thank the First Baptist Pickers. A wonderful job that they did entertaining. And we're a people of faith and we're a community of faith. Without starting off with a prayer, we'd be very remiss. So to lead us in prayer, please welcome Marshall County Judge Mitch Floyd.
If you would, please bow your heads and pray with me. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you for the food we received from the hands that prepared it. Thank you for blessing us with this time together and the opportunity to support Will and Kendall. God, we need leaders that know and respect your holy word. That are faithful in their walk and fearless in doing your will. So we thank you for Will and Kendall and their commitment to this state. More importantly, their commitment to you. God, we entrust Will and Kendall to your infinite power during this campaign. We ask you to wash them with your love and protect their family with your almighty hands. Grant them resolve when they face frustration. Grant them strength when they face fatigue. Grant them wisdom when they face doubt. And grant them courage as they face the fleshly practice we call politics. We ask you to sanctify this campaign, dear Lord, and bless all those that support Will and Kendall with their donations, their works, and their prayers. But most of all, we thank you for sending your Son into this world so that we may have hope, peace, and salvation through him. We ask these things in his holy name. Amen.
Now to reaffirm our commitment to this great country, we want to welcome three of the finest young people in the state of Alabama. Hunter, Hayes, and Addie. Y'all come forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. We'll stand. We all know that education is one of the most important things we do as a state, if not the most important thing. We know that leaving a good education to our children so that they can be better and brighter in the future is critical. Our candidate believes that. So please welcome our next speaker, Julianne McCauley, principal of Guntersville Elementary School.
Once again, I'm Julianne McCauley, former principal of Guntersville Elementary, moved into Cherokee Elementary. This is my 19th year in education, and not too long ago, just as I sat in my new seat in the principal's office of Guntersville Elementary, I received a phone call from Will, and he said, "Hey, I'm behind you. Anything I can do to help you in education, you let me know." Will has been a great supporter, advocate for education in Guntersville. His vision was to produce technology in all the hands of the children in Guntersville. So far, we're kicking off a 1-to-1 initiative at the high school down to 5th grade and 2-to-1 at the elementary school. So he's been behind us all the way since he started in his current position. So as an educator, I'll support Will and hope the best for him and for Lieutenant Governor of Alabama. Thank you.
Our next speaker truly needs no introduction. He's a hometown hero for us. We all know him. We all appreciate him. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, Mike Allred. Thank you, Clay. As most of you know, I grew up here in Guntersville and have very deep roots here, but moved away for a while. And 31 years ago in August, Linda and I moved back to Boaz. One of the first couples that we met was Billy and Sharon Ainsworth. And because we had joined the PCA church when we had done away, and Billy and Sharon were members of the small PCA church plant in Albertville, Alabama, we joined the church that they belonged to and became friends with them. At that point in time, they had a young son named Will who was 5, Shannon was 3, and Sharon was very, very pregnant with Austin, who was to come just a few weeks later. Our son Wes, who's right down here with a 5-year-old son, our grandson Michael, became fast friends with Will, and they remained very close friends. And during the 31 years since then, Will spent a lot of time in our house. We vacationed with the Ainsworths. Linda and I both taught Will in Sunday school. He's in my shepherding group at church now, Will and Kendall and the boys. So I feel like I probably know Will outside of his immediate family and a few very close friends about as well as anybody. He's counseled with me on a lot of close decisions in life. I've known him as a banker, just dealt with him on a lot of things. When he came to me a few years ago and said that he was considering running for the state legislature, I wasn't real excited about that. I know that there's a great price to pay for someone who's going into politics. And while I knew Will had all the qualifications to it, I wasn't sure that it was the right thing for his family, but he convinced me that he was ready to do that, and he was prepared. And I think the last 2.5 years he's shown that he was right. He was prepared. And he certainly has shown that he was capable of doing that. Will never intended to be a politician. He always intended to be a businessman, and he is. He's a very successful businessman. He's only in his mid-30s now, but he's gone into several different business ventures and done extremely well for someone his age. He's very innovative. He's very bright. He's very energetic. He brings everything into his business decisions that we need brought into Montgomery. And he's in politics for the right reasons. He's not there because he wants to be a politician. Never wanted to be there. Like I said, he wanted to be a businessman. But he was in politics because he saw a need, and he felt like he was the right person to make the sacrifices to fill the needs for the citizens of Alabama. And he's done a great job in his 2.5 years in the state legislature, and he'll do a great job as our lieutenant governor. One of Will's qualities is that he questions everything. He doesn't let anything go unchallenged. Believe me, as a church leader, I know that. As a banker, I know that. He doesn't let anything go unchallenged. I think his parents would probably tell you that also. And I think probably Senator Schofield would tell you that Will's maybe not the most popular guy in Montgomery because he's challenged a lot of guys down in Montgomery who are very, very comfortable in their roles in Montgomery, but they're probably not doing the best thing for the citizens of Alabama. And that's what Will's going to bring into this higher office. Well, he's doing a great job as a state representative. He knows that he can bring more to the citizens of Alabama in a higher office as lieutenant governor. And that's what we need him to do. He's got great talent, and we need him doing more for us as lieutenant governor.
I'll do it.
In his videos, Will talks of his Christian ethics, his Christian heritage. I can truly attest to that because I've witnessed it in his life. I've been there for all of his church and his Christian growth. I've seen him every Sunday through his almost all of his Christian life, except for when he was away at college. He's bright, he's innovative, he has unquestioned integrity, he's got great enthusiasm. He's got a beautiful wife, Kendall, as you've seen, 3 beautiful children.
And I'm truly excited that he's going to be my next lieutenant governor. So thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Mike said, myself and Will have been in Montgomery, working side by side, and sometimes, yes, we have gone against leadership. We've gone against leadership, not because it's popular, not because it's easy, but because it's the right thing to do for our districts here at home. Will is not a member of the establishment, and I'm very proud to say that. I have seen and watched Will work diligently in making our district here at home better. I've seen him work very tirelessly, very tiring days, coming home to kindle with the kids at night. A lot of times we're exhausted. Will makes that drive home for his family. Will puts his family first, puts his faith even above that. Without further ado, please welcome the next Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Alabama, Will Ainsworth.
Schofield for MC'ing tonight, for his words, for Judge Floyd for that wonderful prayer. We certainly want everybody to pray for us in this as we take on this new challenge. For Julianne McCauley and education, people from Guntersville and all across our community, thank you for your support. And for Mr. Allred, which is like a second dad, thank you for everything you said. First thing I want to say is this, Kendall and I are humbled by the turnout tonight, and we live in a wonderful community in a great state. And thank y'all for coming out. And one thing I'm excited about, after a lot of prayer and a lot of counsel, it's time for a new day in Alabama. And with that, I'm excited to announce my candidacy for Lieutenant Governor. I want y'all to know I grew up in Boaz. A lot of y'all know that. Watched my dad build a business. And really, he lived the American dream, and I got to watch him do that. Starting with a business with one employee, growing it to thousands of employees, one of the largest companies in the state. I learned from him about faith. I learned from him about family. I learned about hard work. And these are all building blocks of success that I learned from my father. Y'all know my mom, Sharon. She has such a passion for the gospel. She has a passion for life. She's devoted her life to Marshall County, to telling people about life, about adoption, about how abortion is wrong and life begins at conception. And, one of the great things I can say about my parents is they led me to Christ at the age of 7. And it changed my life forever. I'll never forget it. I came home from Margaret and Frank Master, remember this, from St. Paul's Methodist at the Vacation Bible School, and told my parents I wanted to accept Jesus Christ as Lord, and they prayed a prayer with me, and I'm fortunate that I had parents to do that. Also fortunate I've got a great brother and sister, and they have great spouses, and couldn't ask for a better business partner. And my brother Austin, he's got a great wife and ever wonderful kids. I'm so proud of my sister Shannon and her husband Clint, and just everything they stand for, and I'm very proud of our family. Next thing I want to say is this. Everybody knows Kendall. She's wonderful. She's awesome, and she's my wife. And I met her at Auburn. And, she's great. She loves kids. She has a passion for kids. She worked in a pre-K program. She's volunteered in our children's ministry at church. And right now she goes and volunteers to read to kids at school that are struggling, to get a grade level. But all that's wonderful. She's so talented there. It's one of the reasons I have a passion for pre-K. The thing I love about Kendall the most is she's a great mom, and she's a rock in our family, and she, prays every day for our future, and couldn't ask for a better wife. So if y'all would join me and give a round of applause for Kendall, because she's fantastic. So I met Kendall at Auburn, and we moved back to Grace Fellowship, and I was a youth pastor, and loved that. And then started building a business called Dream Ranch. And then we started building a business called the Tennessee Valley Hunting and Fishing Expo. And then also got an interest in cattle. I'm also a commercial cattleman. And one of the things that Kendall and I always talked about when we were engaged and married is we've got one life to make a difference. And we have one life to impact people for the kingdom through our actions and our words. And we want to make a difference while we're here. That's why we went into youth ministry, and that's why we decided, after praying about to go into public service. The other thing I want you to realize is, as a business owner, I understand the regulations and the red tape that hinders what we do. And I'm going to fight for Alabama jobs when I become lieutenant governor. Of course, when I'm talking about my family, I got to mention my wonderful kids, Hayes, Hunter, and Addie. And I was so proud of them up here earlier. I love my kids. It's such a joy to be a dad. Y'all seen my life since I've been in office. I come home to coach their games. My family is my priority. I'm not going to neglect my family. And one of the reasons, obviously, I'm running is for their future. For our kids, your kids, it matters what type state we leave. And I believe this, families are the most important institution. And if we have strong families and policies that promote strong families, we'll have a strong Alabama. And Proverbs, one of the things I think that's just absolutely hurt our state is there hasn't been any vision or leadership. And in Proverbs, it talks about where there's no vision, the people perish. So I'm going to talk to you about my vision for Alabama. The first is ethics. We've got a major ethics problem in Montgomery right now. My ethics are guided by my faith. And I have fought against Montgomery every day since I've been down there. I signed the impeachment articles with the governor. I introduced term limits legislation. I introduced recall legislation to hold elected officials accountable. I've never let a lobbyist buy me a meal or even spend a dime on me since I've been elected. The first bill, Secretary of State John Merrill's here. He came to me, we had a problem with double voting in Alabama where people were voting twice. My first bill eliminated double voting. My second bill made the ethics laws in Alabama stronger and closed what's called a revolving door. We have to turn our state around. Just this week, we had 2 more scandals. A colleague of mine that got indicted on a federal charge. We also had a state school board member that was involved in a scandal. And I want Montgomery to know that I've got a message for the political elite. Yesterday is over. It's time for a new day in Alabama that's focused on ethical leadership. Next thing I'm extremely passionate about is education. It's my kids. As Lieutenant Governor, I want to see several things that we can accomplish. First, just like Julianne talked about, is technology. I want us to lead the nation, not only in technology, but in usage of technology. We can do that. Just this last week, you probably saw an article in Alabama. This is a great example of how Montgomery's broken. Where in Alabama, our prison commissioners want to buy iPads for prisoners and Wi-Fi. But yet we've got schools that do not have Wi-Fi or iPads. That is a broken system. We need vision and leadership to fix that. Our kids have to be a priority. As Lieutenant Governor, I will fight for funding for our schools. As I talked about with my wife in pre-K and being involved in that, I want to continue to expand. We have a great pre-K program in Alabama. I want to continue to expand that and make that available to kids. We got to get people job ready. One of the things I always said in youth ministry that I think applies to our school is everybody has a God-given ability. And when you can align your God-given ability with your passion, you're going to be successful in life. That is a message we need to preach in education. And I think, that's going to get people focused on what can I do in my life to be job ready. And then finally, y'all probably read about some of the stuff we've done right here in Marshall County, public-private partnerships with Progress Rail and work with our school systems and other companies as well, called Project Literacy and Project Graduation. We need more public-private partnerships. And I want our kids to always be proud to call Alabama home. And it starts with education on that. Next is economic development, recruit, and industry. I want to go sell Alabama. We have low taxes, a tremendous workforce, and the best people in America. I want to go tell our story. There's nowhere quite like Alabama, and all you have to do is walk out the back door to realize the beauty we have of the mountains and the lakes. It's amazing. We live in a tremendous state. The rest of the country needs to know about Alabama. There's a lot of success stories here. I want to tell them. We got to get rid of regulations, red tape, shrink the size of government, make sure your taxes stay low, and get government out of the way. The thing I want you to always remember, I'll always fight for Alabama jobs. And fourth, I want to say this. I'm a rock-solid conservative. I've always been a conservative my entire life. Since I've been in Montgomery, I've helped lead the charge to kill $1 billion in taxes. That's $1 billion with a B. I'm pro-life, and I believe life begins at conception. I'm pro-family. I believe marriage between a man and a woman. I'm pro-gun. Obviously, I make my living in the hunting and fishing industry. There's nobody that's going to be a stronger supporter of your Second Amendment rights than me. I've taken on corruption in Montgomery. I'm a constitutional conservative. And one of the things that I really want to make sure we do as a state that I think has been unfortunate is the lack of respect towards our law enforcement and military. You know, we've got to support and respect our military. I know Mike Connors here. He served in the Special Forces. I want to thank him for his service and his support. You know, let's give him a round of applause. And we have to make our government smarter, smaller, and above all, honest. And if we do, I'm absolutely convinced Alabama's brightest days are ahead of us. Thank you for coming out tonight. Kendall and I welcome your prayers. We need your support. I'm running in order to give the citizens of our state a government that is as honest, as hardworking, and as godly as the people it serves. It's time for a new day in Alabama. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, appreciate everybody here. Thank you.